everyone, and welcome back to FX Express Trends. My name is Jadie, and today I'm going to walk you guys through and discuss my Final Fantasy makeup look inspired by Squall and Rinoa. Although 7 is arguably one of the best Final Fantasy games, I do resonate with 8 a lot, and Squall is my first FF husbando. Anyways, I start doing my regular makeup. It's pretty much the base, eyebrows, eye, and cheek contour. So, my infatuation for this game started from the first boss fight I had with Squall. Nomira's design of Squall is just like godly in Kingdom Hearts 1. The long spiky hair, the leather, the jacket, the many belts. We know Nomira here. It was like love at first sight. I googled the PS1 game and I started watching a playthrough. Fun fact, I'm almost done watching that playthrough, even though I spent about a year over a 70-ish video run. Compared to One Piece, that's nothing. But anyways, to start off the actual look, I outlined Rinoa's angel wings onto my eyes and play with some of the colors as seen with the nose detail. This was my first run doing this makeup, and I had a time limit, so there are definitely some flaws and mistakes, but it made quite for the practice run. I'm just playing around a bit with like different eye primers, so like if I wanted to use my foundation or like my actual primer, I ended up using my Anastasia Beverly Hills primer because that one worked really well with the white I was using. So anyways, I made the application of the white product a lot smoother. But I eventually add more shades of blue along the wing outline, and then I define it with some black water-based paint. I can relate a lot to Squall, and I really don't want to get like too into it right now, but to sum things up, the game and his personal character journey was about growing into like the confident person he could be, and like because of his initial abandonment issues, he learned distrust from like a very young age. So through this journey, he had to take on like leadership roles and relationships with everyone he met. So pretty much like his friendships and his seed-oriented things. Mainly this was seen through his sprouting love with Rinoa, and he's learned to be really empathetic and make judgments based off of the situations he's thrown into and with the people involved as well. So once he started falling for Rinoa, he was able to let his wall down. Since they're paired at the end of the game, that like made me super mad because, you know, obviously Squall was my husbando, but whatever. I soon grew to love the pairing despite him being taken, but it's fine now because I've moved on from Squall, and now Zack Fair is my only FF husbando, and they just don't make them like Zack anymore. So anyways, I'm gonna do a quick lip. I pretty much got this drugstore blue gloss and then applied an eyeshadow pigment on top just to define the look better, since the gloss on its own is just too streaky. I'm also lightening my neck and shoulders since I didn't know how to create the sky ombre just yet, so I made a lighter base for whatever pigments I was going to be using. But I ended up using a water-based paint. The end result looked a bit streaky and messier though, because of the kind of formula it was, but it was better than using a regular shadow since it would have taken forever to apply. My time limit also constrained what I was able to do or not, but I'll get to that in a minute. I got a bit crafty here and taped on a stencil of Squall's lion heart, so as I did the ombre, it would somewhat outline his symbol. I mixed some eyeshadow pigments to even out the water-based blue evenness, and like sparingly added my signature blue heart details on my nose. I decided to take a break from that and eventually took off my stencil. The details were filled in with black paint and black eyeshadow, just to even it out. I went in with a white water-based paint for the clouds to see how they would show up and to figure out how I would define them. After I completely fill in my stencil with the black water-based paint and the shadow, I add a white water-based highlight just so the shape cannot be 2D and rather like more distinguishable in a more like three-dimensional form, I guess. But right now the look seems really bad since it is my first run doing it, which I'm totally not used to really without a practice run first. So you get to see like, you know, like all the like small imperfections come into play here and there. Anyways, in the end, it should look a lot better. And as to kind of just like wrap up the look here, I go ahead and define the remaining clouds that I had with my time limit. I had a lot of restraints with this one because I didn't really know what I was doing, and I did this like really late at night. So I was just trying to like, you know, get everything all out at once, and I thought my first run was pretty cool. But anyways, I just wanted to symbolize the intro of the game with the feather floating around the sky and the promise between the pairing. So pretty much the opening and ending cinematics. So I wanted to pay homage to that because it's so pretty for a PS1 era game.
As for the look, I wanted the concept to revolve around Squall's Lionheart charm and Rinoa's angel wings as seen on the back of her shirt and her helmet break as well. I don't know why I felt like justifying it this late in the video, but I just wanted to make sure that I got the pretty much like overall concept across. So as for Rinoa, I love her character design. It's super pretty, and I love how she's completely opposed to her rich father, who's basically the Galbadian military general. She expresses her concern for the state of the Final Fantasy VIII world and joins a rebellion in the region of Galbadia. I haven't really seen a female character done quite like this before, where she is pretty much the rich girl and she has everything she could ever want. But she leaves it all to just better the world around her. It was pretty cool to experience her struggles, progress throughout the story, and eventually merge with Squall's and Balam Garden's Seed organization. And her pupper, Angelo, is the cutest little bean I have ever seen. So to wrap up the video, I wanted to go over some last minute mentionables. So out of the 3 sorceresses, even though they're all like amazing ladies, Adea is my favorite and is the most compelling of the 3. Selphie and Irvine are the best couple. Selphie's best girl. Zell deserves all the cafeteria's hot dogs. Quisty's a cutie. The side characters got no love nor expanded upon character development, but I don't really expect much from an early PS1 game. There should be an expanded remake on the game just like Final Fantasy VII because there's so much to explore with 8, and there's so many theories going around that it just needs a full-on remake. Uncle Laguna is the freaking president. He's arguably the best character and has the best rave/battle theme. And lastly, Ultimicia's castle is the coolest dungeon I have ever seen. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the makeup discussion and video as a whole. So thank you for taking the time to join me in my discussion today. It was super fun talking about my current obsessions and sharing them. This is just by far like one of my favorite Final Fantasy entries. I mean, like, this is like one of the games that got me into Square at the same time as Kingdom Hearts was. Anyways, I just want to thank you guys for watching, so make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. See ya!